Let's go. Here we go. Good. We are with them? Good. All right, hey guys. John here with Lafayette Strong. I'm going to go over some changes that we're doing to the sparring class that are going to stay with us forever, or at least the foreseeable future, because they're going to follow the TBA rule set and guidelines. So, first of all, let's talk about what gear you need. You need a cup, no questions about it. You need a steel cup. Go buy one. I'm going to check every day. You need a mouth guard. You need shin guards. You need at least 16-ounce gloves. If you can get bigger, even better. And then finally, you need elbow pads. The ones like this will work great. All right? Ones that are IMF. Or you can get the combat corner ones, which are the ones that the TBAs actually give you to fight in. So, sorry guys. So, let's talk about why we need all those things. So, the TBA rule set is what we're going to follow from here on in. That includes in sparring and in any competitions that we do. Here's why. Anything that you do in terms of fighting is included on your record for the TBA rule set. So, things like a Muay Thai fight, an MMA fight, a boxing match, and even smokers. Okay, so you could go do 10 smokers that don't involve elbows or knees or clinch, and that puts you at the top end of B class. I'm going to tell you right now, you do not want to be in B class if you haven't thrown elbows in anger or spent a significant amount of time in the clinch. You're going to be the guys that get pushed out in the first round. So this is what's changing. Okay, we cannot go to any local or even national, I don't care, smokers or events that don't follow the TBA rule set. So, what's the TBA rule set? What's different? It's basically the things that are legal and the things that are illegal. Okay, so things that are illegal. Well, let's just start with things that are legal. Everything is pretty much legal. The list that's on the illegal side is very, very small. So, punches, kicks, knees, elbows, all of it's good. Even elbows to the back of the head. So the understanding of that rule is basically if you're in a Muay Thai fight, your coach should know enough to tell you, do not put your head below your chest. I mean, that's a pretty simple rule. If your Muay Thai instructor is worth even a grain of his own salt, he'll be able to tell you that's a dumb thing to do. Now, we were at the TBAs this year, and there were 1,300 competitors or something like that. Not one of them got hurt with a downward 12-6 elbow to the back of the head. They're also legal. So our normal elbows, our 12-6 elbows, everything when it comes to elbows is legal. Okay? The other thing that you're going to have to do in TBAs, you have to wear headgear. But I'm not going to include that in our sparring. But if you go to a smoker, I'm going to make sure you're wearing headgear. So, sweeps. Sweeps are legal. There are a couple of sweeps that are not legal. And they're not going to be legal here either. Okay, so let's go over what some of them are. This is like the big one. When you're in the fighter's brief, right, before all the fights start, they tell you, this is your one warning. You're not going to get one warning in the ring. They're not going to say, hey, don't do that again. If you make any of these big mistakes where they say, hey, that's not Muay Thai, fight's over, you're out, okay? It's not like, hey man, don't do that again at a smoker. Like, if we went to a smoker and someone did one of the illegal sweeps or hip throws, that's it, I'm stopping it. Like, the fight's over. You don't know enough Muay Thai to be safe. So, let's go over. First one is the big one, okay? No hip tosses. I cannot turn my hips into someone and pick them up and throw them over. Against the rules. 100% against the rules. Okay? Don't do it. Don't think about it. If I see you do it here in sparring at this gym, there's no warning. That's it. Take your shit off, go sit down on the sidelines, and come back next week and take your lesson and learn your lesson. Okay? The other one. We cannot do step through hooks. So you step in and you hook the back is against the rules. On either side, coming through and sweeping and hooking the back of the leg like this, and then pushing is against the rules. Can't do that. We also can't do it on the outside. Hooking through and then pushing. These are against the rules on either side. Not allowed. I don't want to see it. If I see it, take your stuff off, go sit down. The last one that I'm going to kind of quickly go over is doorstep sweeps. They tend to happen in the clinch or if you catch a kick. Now, here's the next thing about catching kicks. The guy who kicks you, if you catch the kick and you don't do anything about it, he scores all the points. So you caught a kick and you might have hit him a couple of times, you don't get any points. The body kick trumps everything. So if I go here, Whitney throws her kick, and I catch it, and I kind of just, that's it. I don't care if I caught the kick. She's up on points. Don't catch kicks. Catching kicks is a last resort. What do we want to do with most kicks? Check them, right? So she throws everything. We want to check everything. This is safe. She throws a body kick. This is safe, okay? Catching the kicks is not safe, and you lose points. So, what is the doorstep sweep? So say she throws her right kick, and I catch it, and then I put my foot directly on her ankle. And I pull her over. No doorstep sweeps. That goes for in a clinch as well. If we're in a clinch, and I step on her foot, and I pull her over my planted foot. I'll show you again the dog on the way. I can't step and pull. I can't step on this side and pull. Can someone take that away from her? I'll edit this out. Just be a little jerk. Okay, so no doorstep sweeps. One of the ones I don't want to see in this gym, it's legal, but if you do sweeps, you have to, if you catch a kick, you have to kick the leg out from underneath the person. You can't doorstep sweep. So, if I catch the kick, and I want to sweep this leg, I can come onto the back and kick real hard. That's okay. I can sweep the front of the leg, but I have to use my shin as a kick. I don't like that one, okay? If you do that in sparring, she kicks, I just want this. That's it. If you're in sparring, I'm going to start to allow sweeps. But here's the rule. If you're not in a position to carry them down to the ground, don't do it. Just don't be an asshole, okay? So if I'm in a position where I catch her kick, and I want to sweep real hard and throw her on the ground, don't be a dick. Just don't be an asshole, okay? You can mock it, and then let her leg down, and go back to sparring. If I'm in a position where I want to sweep, and I'm close, I'm going to hold her and carry her down to the ground. Okay? Now, the last thing that isn't legal is this. Just a bear hug, and then a step in, and a sweep. You can't just pick someone up and throw them on their face. Don't be an asshole. Okay? I did this in one of our live class. You guys have any questions before we go on? Pretty clear, right? Cool. Alright, that's all. Thanks for tuning in. These are the changes to sparring. They're going to be enforced as of today. If you don't have any elbow pads, go get some. Fine. Good. Go spar. Man, Love couldn't have been more of a shithead the whole fucking time.
You and Boss, you listen for